Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
So, welcome to Conversations with DJ. Here we have episode 8 today, and we have Lingwei
Yes.
Kong,
Kong. Yes.
Kong in the house. Welcome to San Diego.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, please introduce yourself.
My name is Lingwei Kong. I was born and raised in China, and I came to the United States in 2019 for college and college tennis.
Nice. So, you were born in 1998, huh?
Yes, 1998.
What day?
April 8th.
I was born April 6th.
Oh,
So, you're
nice.
well,
We're
2 days.
close.
Yeah, we're very close. Very
Eris.
cool.
Yeah.
And what was playing tennis in China like?
It was pretty tough. Like, like the parents and all the coaches, they like push you really hard. So I've been playing tennis since I was 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played 2 years on tour.
Okay.
So yeah.
How was it on tour? Did you make any money?
Unfortunately, no. I was only ranked like 1,000 or something, and I wasn't making any money. It
I
was really
gotcha.
tough. Yeah.
How old were you when you were doing that?
I want to say 17 to like 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then do you come to the U.S. after that, or was it during that?
It was kind of like during that time because I was like, I wasn't making any good results.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like it's really hard to like. I'm not like making money, but I want to do something different. So then I think college is my best bet at the time.
Okay, so you started playing pro first, and
Yeah,
then from
first.
you were like, "Oh, this is a little too hard.
Yeah,
Let me try to go to college."
right.
Okay, what college do you go to?
I go to Wichita State University in Kansas.
Oh, they're in Kansas.
Yes.
That's where our good friends Jay and Pat, Matt,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's where everyone is. Very
Right.
cool. And do you play mostly singles or doubles?
Singles,
Okay.
even though I prefer doubles, but yeah,
In tennis too.
in tennis too.
Interesting. So when you were playing tennis, do you play mostly challengers, futures, or do you actually play like the big tournaments?
I play like the 15K, 25K. I think the highest level I played is 60K.
Okay.
I was lucky enough to get a wild card. So, yeah.
For which one? For the 60K?
Yeah, for the 60K.
Okay, and where was that one played?
That one was in China.
In China.
Yeah,
Very
it was
cool.
about like, I think 2018 or something.
Nice. What's the number one thing that you miss the most about China?
Definitely family
Mm-hmm.
and the food. Of
food?
course, yeah.
What kind of food do you guys eat there?
What kind of food? Chinese
A lot of
food?
sushi, right?
No, sushi is Japanese.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Whoops. Sorry. No, very cool. So you were 19 and then you went to Wichita
Yeah.
State. Okay. What do you play number one? Do you play singles there?
I first started number 4
Okay.
because, newbie. I was still figuring out, what college tennis is like.
Mhm.
I was struggling for sure. But then after the first year, I started playing like number 2 and then play number 1 most of the time.
Okay, very
After
cool.
that, yeah.
What was your record?
My record. I would say our highest ranking was like top 52,
Okay.
which was my last year.
Is that good? I don't know. I
I
never
think
played
that's
college.
pretty good.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's
Okay,
pretty
nice.
good.
That's awesome. And what do you do? So you're 26 now, if I'm doing the math right.
Yeah.
And you were probably done with college around what, 23?
Actually, it's graduate school. So I just graduated last year.
Oh, okay,
May.
nice. So-
Yeah.
Okay. What do you graduate in?
Sport management.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. So you like sports? It's a
I do,
Sports
I do.
fanatics. Very
Yes.
cool. What was your training like out there when you played tennis college? Was it tougher than in China?
No, I don't think so. Because when I was, I was in China, it's like pro. So all you do is tennis, fitness, workout. So I normally train like, say, 5 to 6 hours. I was in China. But in college, of course, you can do that. You have homework, you have classes. So I would say like 2.5 or sometimes I guess 3 hours a day.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah.
And that was mostly on court or actually like also fitness off
It's
court?
all together.
Altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I feel like Europe is a little bit similar, maybe not to that extent, but there's not really college tennis. So it's, you're either good enough to try and go pro or you're not, and then you just try to go to college, but actually just study, not play the sport.
Same
So-
in China.
Yeah, same in China.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think when you start, because here what happens is, you turn 18, you go to college, and then after college you can try and go pro.
Yeah.
Where in Europe and in China you have to do it at 18. which I think it's, in my opinion, probably tougher, honestly.
I think like for my personal experience, like I just started playing tennis, at such a young age, and I was like, why not just like keep trying and see how that will go. So I just like keep playing, and then when I go to college, I just go to college, but I wasn't really like studying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just like attend college, but I'm still like will be on the tour and stuff.
Yeah. You were
So
just a tennis girl.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. No
My
worries
whole
at all.
life. Yeah.
So, okay, that's interesting. So, how do you get started into pickleball then? Do you miss tennis? Do you still play tennis?
Well, I miss my team at Wichita State,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really miss tennis to be
Okay.
honest. Like whenever I want to play, want to see my girl, hang out with my girl, I would play tennis with them. Other than that, I would not miss tennis really.
Yeah. So, okay, and I met you last year, so that was about probably your first tournament, right? Out in Seattle, I think it was.
First tournament, yes.
Yeah. And okay, so how do you get started playing pickleball then?
So, chicken and pickle. I think a lot of people know about chicken and pickle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like very popular place in Wichita. So that's how I know about pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever we have like a recruit in town, our coach will bring the girl and the team to like chicken and pickle to eat like and then play. So that's how I get to know chicken and pickle. But when I seriously like want to play pickleball, is there was like on Sunday. It was very very random. I normally don't work out on Sunday, and then that day I just want to work out on a tennis court in campus,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's like group of people playing pickleball on our tennis court. So I just watched them play the whole time. I was like, oh my god, you guys are really good. So I make my way to talk to this one of the guy who right now is the owner of Lunar.
Okay.
I was like, hey, I thought you guys playing pickleball. You guys look like really good. I can join you guys. And he's like, you know what? We've been playing out here all day. Why don't you just keep my phone number so we can play the next day? So that's how I got into pickleball.
That's very
I've been
cool.
playing ever since. Yeah.
Nice. And when last year, around what time? Like, what time of the year?
I would say it is end of 2022,
End of 2022.
like
Very
in
cool.
November, something
Yeah,
like that.
it's probably like
I remember.
really, really cold out there.
Yeah.
Does it snow out there too?
Yeah, it snows.
Yeah, so it's probably
for sure.
snowing and really cold, and you have to go somewhere
Yeah.
warm inside.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Very cool. And obviously now, 1.5 years later, sponsored by the guy that you met
Yeah.
playing pickle for the first time. So it was a really good connection to make.
It is.
And how, tell me a little bit about the brand. Like, how do you guys get started? Are you the only sponsor player? Do you like the paddle?
Okay. I'm not the only sponsor. So Lunar also sponsor like me and Maddie, who's also on the PPA tour,
Mhm.
and F Kim also. Yeah, I just like a local brand based in Wichita, Kansas, owned by an Asian American guy named Matthew Nola.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been playing with this paddle for about 2 years, I want to say, or
Yeah.
less than 2 years. And I like it so far.
Yeah. Is that the first paddle you played pickleball with, or was it not made when you started?
My very first paddle is actually Engage.
Ah.
So
Nice.
it's actually Matt gave it that one, gave it the paddle to me to like just to try and play because I would just start playing pickleball. I didn't have a paddle,
Mm-hmm.
so that's the paddle I first used it, and then Yola, and then I just finally got to know Lunar a little bit better. So then just stick with Lunar.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Mhm.
When you played pickleball for the first time, did you love it right away, or were you like, "Oh, this is okay, like I could maybe play," or were you like, "Okay, this is what I want to do"?
My first time playing, no, I would just kind of feel like this sport is very different than
Mhm.
tennis, and somehow like similar to tennis.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like taking very serious about it. And when I got serious is when I watched a group of people, like Matt was playing it. I was like, wow, this sport can get really, really fun.
Mhm.
That's when I know, like, I really want to try it. I want to play this. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you. And you're talking about Matt Wright.
Yes. No, sorry, Matthew Nola is the owner
Oh,
of Lunar. not
okay,
Matt
sorry,
Wright.
sorry,
I don't,
sorry.
I don't know
Focus-
him that well.
Okay, no, but I was thinking like Matt Wright is also out there, so maybe he was
Yeah.
playing in Wichita. But that's interesting. What level is he?
Matthew Nola?
Yeah.
I want to say 5-0. 5-0. Yeah.
Okay, that's
Huh,
pretty good
pretty
still.
good.
Get
Yeah.
some hand battles, make some
Yeah.
things. Yeah, no, that's awesome. Um, yeah, very cool. So let's fast forward a little bit to PPA Seattle, where you played with Patrick Smith last
Yes.
year, your very first tournament. What was that first experience like?
Oh my God, I was very nervous because Pat is like big deal,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm like there like playing tournament for the first time with this like big deal. I was like, oh my God, I just don't want to embarrass myself
Mm-hmm.
and embarrass him. But he was really nice, really fun to play with. We lost the first round, 3 sets against Conor Gurnett and Arena, I think.
Good team.
Um, yeah, but I think that was really fun, and then I think that's the moment I decided I want to do this long term.
Yeah, and do you play women's doubles too over there?
No, because I was subbing somebody for Pat.
Okay. How's your singles?
I didn't do singles because the deadline was closed,
Mm-hmm.
and then mix is the only event I can get in because Pat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Pat's just that guy.
That
That can get
guy.
everyone in.
Yeah, I guess.
That's awesome. So, okay, I actually watched you play recently out in Los Cab. You were playing with Spencer Smith.
Yes.
And you guys had a good win over, I think it was Greg Dow and Michelle Skibel.
Yeah.
I know we practiced a little bit back in Seattle, but that was the first time that I actually like just sat down and watched you play. And I actually thought you were really good. It seems like you've been putting a lot of work on the right side specifically.
Yeah.
Is that where you find yourself the most comfortable, or do you like to play the left too?
Actually, I feel like I've been working on a lot on my doubles game, especially the reset, the third shot drop, that stuff.
All the soft stuff.
I actually like them both,
Yeah.
but then since it was mixed, so I just play on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think you look really comfortable. Obviously, you're making a lot of your thirds, a lot of your dings. It's always like tricky trying to figure out, which ball do I have to hit hard, which ball do I have to like go soft on, right?
Yeah.
No, but that's cool. You probably played women's doubles out there too, right?
Yes.
Who do you play with?
I play with Rachel Radiger, and then the
Yeah.
first round we lost to the Walkers.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good team too, and they get to
Yeah.
play together all the time, so it's a
Right.
really big plus. What are some of your partnerships this year looking like?
Actually, it's good news. Me and Spencer Smith, we just decided to do the partnership for the rest of this year because super happy that news just made my day.
That's awesome.
He texted me, he's like, hey, do you want to do a long term for the rest of this year? So then I was like, I'm so glad you asked because I was thinking about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we think I just locked down for the mix for the rest of the year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
What about women's?
Women's, I'm still figuring out.
Yeah.
My favorite player to play with is Jamie Huss.
Yeah.
But the problem with her is that she lives in Hawaii. It's really hard for her to travel.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm still like looking around to find a good partner.
Yeah, I got you. No, I love Jamie. I'm actually playing a couple with her. I think it's like from Bristol to Virginia Beach. We're playing like 4 or 5 together.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to it. I think she's one of those girls that are just like sneaky good. And she's a lefty too, so that would
Yes.
allow you to have, forehands in the middle, just
I'm
like
so
we
jealous
would.
of you.
Yeah, but I'm super excited to play with her. I hope you can get some with her too. I think she's awesome.
Yeah, she's solid.
Yeah. What about on the mix side of things? Is Spencer your favorite partner too?
So far, yes.
Yeah.
I would say.
Who else have you played with outside of Spencer and Pat?
I play with Blaine.
Mhm.
That's the first one we played in this year, Palm Spring. We started in qualies. We only won one match, but it was fun playing with him. And then play with Wyatt Stone, Johnny Pickleball, and try to think. F, who's also sponsored by Team Lunar.
OF.
Yeah, I have Kim. He's also based in Wichita.
Okay, I don't know who he is.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. Sorry. No, that's cool.
Local player. He's good.
Yeah. And are you playing? How many events are you playing this year? Are you playing a bunch? Are you trying to play everything you possibly can? What's that looking like for you?
Well, it says on my contract I have to play 20, so I think 20 is my plan.
Okay.
And I want to make some time to like relax and maybe visit China.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Because all your family's out there still.
Yeah, I haven't been home for like 3 years.
Oh, wow. I'm sure you miss it.
I miss home so bad.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go home.
What is the first thing you're going to do when you get back to China?
Definitely give my parents a big hug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then just, eat dinner with them and catch up and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Maybe have
awesome.
some road trips.
Do you like pets?
I do. Oh my God. I do. I love all the animals.
Are you a dog or a cat person?
I would say the same.
The same,
The same,
really.
yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Very cool. Nice. I have a question for you.
Yes.
After watching you play, I personally thought you should have been picked up in Challenger for MLP.
Yeah.
What were your expectations going into the draft, if you had any? Or
Um, Not gonna lie, I was a little bit sad and disappointed that I didn't get drafted by MLP because I really like the format of MLP.
Mhm.
Because you playing and then you have a whole team there to support you. I know, like, when they start doing the draft, I was kind of like just watching it on my phone, like, oh my God, hoping like, I'll get drafted.
Mhm.
But unfortunately, I didn't. And then I think the team would just be first round mix in log caps. They both got drafted. So I think that's a big win for me,
Yeah.
like knowing I have the ability to like, beat these people who got drafted. Yeah, I think it's really good for my confidence.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And hopefully when you start building from there too,
Yeah.
right?
Hopefully next year I'll get drafted.
Well, actually, no, this year you could still, because there's like drops and trades and things like that. So somebody could drop X, Y, and Z and like pick you up.
Really?
Yeah. So you could still get drafted in 2 months from now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know. So it's a good thing to look forward to
Yeah.
and just kind of work hard towards too.
Yeah.
Did Greg Dow get drafted? Greg Dow get drafted as well, or did Spencer get drafted?
I don't know. I think maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I'm gonna try to look this up real
Yeah.
quick too. What's your training like? I saw a video of you shadow pickleballing.
Oh, it made me laugh. Oh my God. I feel like I should definitely focus more on my singles because it's very physical. A lot of running. Literally being a little bit lazy because I was sick, for
Yeah.
about like 2 weeks. Just consistency. Work on the consistency, basically like just repetition, hit tons of balls.
Yeah.
So that's my goal.
Without a ball.
What?
Without a ball.
No, I have to hit with the ball to work on my consistency.
It's fun. I just thought it was so funny because obviously I talked to you into doing the podcast and I kind of like looked through your Instagram, whatever. And like the very first video that I saw is just you running around, no ball. Just like shadowing pickleball.
Yeah, like work on the swings and the footwork.
What was the hardest thing coming from tennis that you were like, oh my God, like I really have to do this or I really have to fix this on the pickleball court?
Oh my God, a lot. I feel like with that tennis background, definitely give you a kickstart, but there's also a lot of things you need to work on. Tennis, I feel like you can overpower your opponent,
Yeah.
right? But pickleball is kind of like the opposite. I mean, you can overpower, but it's more than just the power.
Yeah.
You have to where to put the ball and then like the angle, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's the hardest part for me to work on. Because like as a tennis player, I had really heavy shot. That's my strengths. But pickleball, I feel like especially in singles, you can't do that. You have to play smart. Sometimes you have to play soft also.
Yeah, it is interesting. Do you play singles a lot on the tour or not really?
A lot of singles.
You do?
A lot of singles.
Do you think you're better at doubles or singles?
Result wise, I feel like singles better. But I enjoy doubles more because there's not much pressure on myself.
Yeah, it kind of goes a little 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. Singles just comes more naturally, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it just makes a lot of sense in my opinion. Do you get a little bit of like flashbacks playing singles in pickleball, like, oh, like this feels like tennis, or do you actually enjoy it as well?
I do, especially the nerves.
Okay.
They're the same level. I got so nervous the day before I play. So that's why I feel like singles is not my favorite. Doubles is.
Yeah, I gotcha. I think that was just really fun. What's the most important thing that you look for in a partnership? Like, what's the biggest reason you're playing with Spencer for the rest of the year?
I think like playing with Spencer, I feel like he was very supportive, right, and positive. Didn't like never blame you. Like if I made some like say mistakes, he would give me a tip in a very nice way.
Yeah.
And then we're just very support of each other.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing. It's very important in doubles because it's doubles, right? It's about both of you. It's not about just one person.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think also have good chemistry there.
Yeah, 100%. Do you want Spencer to get a little more fiery on the court? Because I saw you yelling a bunch, but do you want him to yell a bunch too, or do you like when it's kind of like fire and ice? I'll do the yelling, and you just like stay quiet.
No, until you mentioned, I think maybe that would be a better idea because I can be very like, feisty on the court.
Mm-hmm.
I would like my partner to give something like that back to me.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as, he can making all the good shots, like win points, I don't care. But I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. What are your thoughts on what makes, and obviously from the woman's side
Yeah.
point, because I play men's, but on the woman's side, what do you think makes a really good women's doubles player?
Energy,
Mm-hmm.
I will say. That's why I like play with Jamie Haas so much is because her energy is like the best.
Yeah.
Like we can literally play doubles together and winning a point like just chest pump celebrating.
Yeah.
That's like just so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Energy.
Energy.
Energy goes a long way.
Yeah.
I always talked about, I don't know if you were playing by this time, but Pablo and Federico, they recently split up, and I'm really good friends with both of them. But Pablo and Federico played best when they were like actually pumping each other up, right? Like they just
Yeah.
hit a shot, like okay, let's go. Like in Spanish would be like vamos perro, like something, right? So and then when you see maybe certain teams that are kind of getting down on themselves or on their partners, and like the energy's just not there, then kind of what I come back to is not always the best players win, but the best teams win,
Yes.
right? Like the two people, even though your skill level is lower, if you can raise yourself up and raise each other up, then that's gonna be the best team possible.
I think that's how we can, win the first match against, what's our names? Michelle.
Michelle and
Because
Greg.
our energy, I wouldn't say like bad in the beginning. It just like mediocre.
Mhm.
But then the second set when we were down, I don't know what got into me. I just like got really like, pumped. I really want to win this.
Yeah.
So then that's how we make it back from 1-7 and then ended up winning 11-7. That's the energy right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Super fun.
And where do you think you get that motivation / like discipline from?
Honestly, I don't really know. Sometimes it just happens.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I found it very easy to find in doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is easier, especially like I think in my opinion in singles, and I'm not good at singles, but in singles, if you get down on yourself, there's like nobody out there to like try to bring you up,
Exactly.
right? But if you miss a shot and you're a little bit disappointed in yourself, and then there's like Spencer next to you, being like, hey, it's all good. Like next point, we got this.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck yeah, we got this. So that goes a long way. What brings you to San Diego so much? I know you're friends with one of my friends. Is that the biggest reason why you're here, or do you just really enjoy San Diego?
Actually, I've not been come down here so much. Just I think this time for the tournament, I know my friends living here, and I can get some good drilling down here. And Wichita, just it's cold. Not many people I can play with.
Yeah.
So since I have a tournament, coming up very soon, so I just want to come here and drill and get ready for this tournament.
So
And then it's literally paradise on earth, so why not?
it
Love
is-
San Diego.
San Diego, it is paradise.
Yeah.
That's funny. Do you prefer drilling or playing, as far as practice goes?
Playing for sure, but I know I have to drill.
Okay.
So you're not gonna make any progress, let's say, in a match. So I have to force myself to drill, even if I don't want to.
Yeah. And do you do very basic dink cross court, hit drops drills, or do you like to do fancy stuff? You're like, okay, this is how I'm actually getting better.
I would say I just do pretty boring stuff.
Yeah.
25 drops in a row, just
Mhm.
like consistency. But I think maybe I do need to start doing some fancy stuff as well.
Yeah. Do you do fancy stuff in tennis?
No.
No.
Very boring player. Just like, hey, forehand cross court.
Yeah. No, it is interesting because I'm kind of the same way. Like I'll go out and drill, but I think when it comes to pickleball, like 75% of the game is touch,
Yes.
right? So even if I go and practice drops, like I'll do, and I'm on the left side, I'll do like let's say 25 drops with my forehand. Once I made those, then I go to my backhand. Once I made those, I go to forehand drive. And then you're not doing anything special, but you're at least keeping track and you're being intentional with what you're doing, which I think is like the most important thing you can do when you're practicing.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. What team do you like to play for in MLP if you were to get drafted right now? Like who are the owners that you enjoy? What team would you want to be around? Not players necessarily, but is there an owner that you really enjoy and you want to be a part of?
Who are the owners? Just very curious.
Oof. I think Atlanta Bouncers is Trey Young from the basketball world. The Bay Area is George from Arcadia.
Uh-huh.
Brooklyn, I think it's like Kevin Durant. California Bears is my team, and that's Jimmy Miller, George, Richie, all the good people.
I want to be on a California team since I love San Diego so much.
Yes. That's funny. No, I love that. No, that's cool. So you're going to Utah from here.
Yes.
You're leaving today.
Yeah.
And are you driving or flying?
I am driving. Driving with Jamie Haas, my favorite partner.
Yes, we love
Road
Jamie.
trip.
That's awesome. I think it's about 7 hours from here.
Yeah, 7 hours.
I'm driving tomorrow with Callan, but
Nice.
it's a long trip.
It's a long drive.
Have you met Callan? Briefly?
Well, I've seen him on the tour,
Mm-hmm.
but I never talked to him.
Yeah, he's awesome. You would like him a lot.
Really?
Yeah, he's a super, super cool, laid back dude. And he's friends with my friend Mike too. So we go way back. So you're playing with Spencer in Utah.
Not this one. We're starting after Utah because I already committed with his best friend, Chuck Taylor.
No way.
I can't go on Chuck Taylor.
That's funny. And who's your woman's partner?
Who's my woman's partner? Oh, Christine.
Christine McGrath?
No, the other Christine. God.
Christine Maddox?
No, can't remember her last name.
Christine. It's not Kaylin Christian.
No, she's also a Asian American. She lives in L.A.
I can't.
Chavokova or something like that.
I have no idea.
Christine, yeah.
So sorry, Christine, but after having a good showing in Los Cap, do you have any sort of like expectations coming into a new tournament?
I think I have like higher expectation on mix since I found the guy Spencer Smith. Just try to win, like maybe starting with winning 2 rounds first, because the first round's not like easy to win, but like close match. But then the second match is where you face like a top seed, right? So I would just wanna be one of the top seed and then make some noise on the PPA tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we love the PPA tour.
Yeah.
How did it feel? Because I didn't know who you were up until Seattle, but then you got a PPA contract.
Yes.
How did that feel?
Oh, that just that's literally the best news of 2023. That also thanks to Patrick Smith, because I have no idea they were sending players.
Yeah.
And then I think PPA asked Patrick to have any recommendations. And then Patrick recommended me to the PPA tour. And then 2 days later, I got a call from Chris Patrick. And that's just, such a good news. It just made it my year, not just my day.
Yeah, no, I think it goes a long way. And I mean, playing pickleball for a living is, I think it's like the biggest gift, honestly.
I know.
What's your day-to-day like? Do you wake up and think about pickleball? How often do you practice and play?
Try to play 5 to 6 days a week. That's my goal, just like tennis, and to take 1 day off in a week for sure. When I first started playing pickleball, I definitely think about pickleball 24/7.
Yeah,
it's like total addiction. But then right now, not that much, not that much anymore, because this is my full-time job.
And how do you like the life on the road?
50-50. I like traveling, but also I don't like, without my feet on being on the ground, just travel so much. So it's just tough to find a balance.
Yeah, it is tough to find the balance, especially when we do like a a lot of the weekends out of the year.
I know.
Yeah. Um, I was thinking, actually after Red Rock, there's about 2 weeks off up until Atlanta, which is a major
Yeah.
out in Georgia. So what does those 2 weeks look like for you?
After Red Rock, I'm gonna take a break about, I don't know, 4 or 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Just let my body rest. I actually cracked my rib, believe it
Well,
or not, from coughing about 5 days ago. So I've
it's
been
not good.
playing with pain.
Yeah.
I really needed some time off from that, and then after you know some time off, I'll go back to the court and then get ready for Atlanta.
Are you
Yeah.
gonna be flying out to back to Wichita?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you own a house out there? Do you have an apartment out there? Is that your actual home base?
No, it's not. Well, I'm from China, so my home base is still in China, but
Yeah.
Wichita is where, I graduate, where I have my, favorite crew out there. So I live in the house with one of my Chinese friends there.
Nice.
So yeah, that's pretty good.
Does she play does he or she play pickleball there?
No, he actually owned the house and he rent one of his room, out. But no, he doesn't play pickleball.
Gotta
He's
get him out there.
Yeah, he's a home dude. He's like at home 24/7, doesn't even go out.
That's awesome. I used to be like that way before pickleball times. But I'm going to open up the pod. I'm going to say thank you to my sponsorships, Head Shoes, F3 energy drinks. They're awesome. They taste great. And only 120 milligrams of caffeine. Stack for making the best clothes. Bodie Grips, and my paddle sponsorship, Engage. And yeah, if there's anything you want to shout out or talk about, this is the time.
Oh, shout out to Team Lunar. Oh my goodness, my coffee. No, I just want to say thank you, Lunar, for supporting me along the way. I couldn't have done this without you. And then future's bright. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you really do well in the PPA.
Yeah.
And looking forward to you getting drafted on the MLP teams.
Oh, thank you so much.
All
Yeah,
right,
you
thank
too.
you so much.
Thank you.